Hey, Shalawam Makwath, Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai, Barakathum. All right. So what I noticed with the sewing machines is that they're not all built the same. Even though the machines have similarities in the way that they're built, the styles and features do vary from brand to brand and model to model. Like they may have certain parts in different spots, but all in all, the functions and the purpose remain the same. All right, I'm gonna try my best to be as thorough as I can in naming the parts and what they're for. So, comes with a handle up top, so you carry it everywhere you want. It has a 2-in-1 power cord, connects to the machine to the plug, and the machine to the foot pedal. I like to sew with no shoes, just socks, just so I can know how fast I'm going and how slow I'm going. This is your hand wheel, and what this one does is it helps you sew manually. So when you're working with thicker fabrics, you can avoid breaking your needle. So that's your hand wheel. So for the dials, this dial right here helps you select your stitch pattern. Whenever you want the blue pattern, all you have to do is come up to this dial right here and place it on the blue S. That automatically sets you up for the blue stitches. But the purpose for this dial is for your stitch length, and I always keep it between the 3 and the 2. For the top 3 dials, this one is to control the width of the stitch. This one is to control the needle's position, and this one is to control the tension of the stitch. This is your reverse lever. It'll help you double stitch your work so it won't come undone. This is your spool holder. This is where your primary thread is going to go. This is your primary thread. This is your bobbin holder, and this is where your bobbin with the secondary thread will be placed in. And this is the bobbin, the little tiny spool. This one right here is the bobbin winder, and what it does is it helps fill up an empty bobbin with thread. This right here is called a bobbin winder tension disc, and what this one does is it helps assist the bobbin winder to fill up the bobbin with thread. These 2 hooks help keep the primary thread in place. This hook right here is called a thread take-up lever. It keeps the primary thread in place, and it also moves the needle up and down with the thread. It also controls the pressure that's applied to the thread and the needle, forming good stitches. This is a removable storage box. This is the storage box. And you remove it by pulling this out. And you can work with it without it or with it on. This is your needle clamp, and this one helps with loosening and tightening your needle, also to replace your needles. So this is the needle clamp. This lever right here helps assisting your thread through the eye of the needle. This lever over here is to help create buttonholes. This is a presser foot, and there are many out there, so in order to change it, you just push that just like that. Some do require for you to unscrew this. Those rows of spikes right there, right below the presser foot, those are called feed dogs. And what they do is they grab the fabric and pull it towards the back. This is the presser foot lever, and what it does is it clamps the fabric down to have the feed dogs assist in pulling it back. This dial controls the pressure that you're placing the presser foot on the fabric. If you're thinking of making anything free-handed, like embroidery or quilting, and you don't need the feed dogs, what you do is you remove the storage box and you'll see a switch right there. And if you see the feed dogs, you just flip the switch and the feed dogs will be at the bottom. When you're done with your project, just make sure to remember to flip it back. At the side of the machine, there's a very tiny blade so you can cut your thread. Close to the on and off switch, there's a dial, and this is solely for buttonhole making. And that was the parts and functions of a sewing machine. Kahala Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai Bahashem Ruchak Wadash Barakatham. Shalawam, ladies.